important for a filmmaker to get entry in the panorama section?
See, it is particularly important for regional filmmakers and for makers of parallel cinema because their films are not seen elsewhere. And because of the low marketability of these films, or rather the very limited market that exists for regional films, particularly if they are also what is termed as parallel cinema. Therefore, this is really the only showcase for regional cinema and films of this genre. Until there is an arrangement for regional films to be shown in multiplexes all over India, because I do believe there is an audience. It's just that that audience doesn't get exposure to these films because they're not shown anywhere. All the theatres that have been built by NFDC, I mean, a lot of the time they're showing popular films, and popular films have many showcases for them. But Panorama happens to be our only showcase, and for us, foreign audience is important because the domestic audience is so limited.
Do you think it also really affect as for the viewers, general masses, to get entry in the panorama? Because some people say if you are selected in the panorama, then means there is a general perception that the film is for a class of audience, not for the masses. Do you agree with that?
Well, perhaps that is true, and it is also true that many films which are selected in the panorama do not have a very wide range of appeal. It is true that many films made and included in the panorama may be films that are not strictly narrative films, that may be of a slightly more experimental nature, and these films also need to be showcased. Otherwise, all films will always be made for the lowest common denominator. I mean, that is not fair on cinema itself.
Now, if we look at this time's competition in the panorama section, that they have selected I think around 16 to 19 films. There is one film, Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam, is a totally different treatment in every aspect from the other films. What is your comment about it?
See, I haven't seen the film. I'm very keen to see it because I have heard good reports about it, that it is a commercially motivated film, but it is made intelligently and well. This is what I've heard. So I can't really make a comment until I've seen the film, but there is one view that the panorama should include mainstream cinema because that is also representative of Indian cinema. But originally the panorama was started in order to showcase the best of Indian cinema. Now, if a mainstream film happens to be also a very good film by the strictest conditions of filmmaking, then why should it not be showcased? It should.